And so as we look at this phenomenon from a biblical perspective, as we did in part 1, we want to use this text this time as the basis of our entire presentation. Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. The same thing with the United States of America. Righteousness will exalt the U.S., but sin, which is what racism and slavery is, was a reproach to the nation. Now, in part 1 of I Can't Breathe, in episode 1 rather, we looked at a few figures, and these are the figures that we looked at and some of the things that we went over. We went over Chief Justice Taney. We looked at Pastor Charles Spurgeon. We looked at the murder of George Floyd. We looked at the prophet Ellen White, and we looked at the white supremacist Jared Taylor. Now, Chief Justice Taney was the Chief Justice of the United States that said in the Dred Scott decision from the Supreme Court, the black man has no rights that the white man is bound to respect. And Pastor Charles Spurgeon was one of the most popular ministers of the time, though not American, who spoke out against slavery as well as against the slave owner. And we also looked at the police murder of an American citizen, George Floyd, which was seen around the world. We also looked at the Seventh-day Adventist Christian, Ellen White, who was the most prolific female author in American history. She's also regarded as having the biblical gift of prophecy. She also spoke out against slavery, racism, and white supremacy. She lived during the time of slavery. She lived during the time of the Civil War. And also we looked at Jared Taylor, a prominent American white supremacist, in episode 1. Now, we're going to continue in episode 2, and we're going to look at